Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming at you another video. All right, so only got a couple minutes to talk, but I did want to get into the Laker injury situation. Yesterday I reported in the morning that the Lakers were going to be shutting down Gabe Vincent, Vanderbilt, and Christian Wood for the season, and then they kind of reneged on that, or the report wasn't necessarily credible, however that goes. It's funny because I had said the day before that I was putting forth the suggestion that it'd be the right idea, only because it'd be difficult to put those players in the proper spots once they come back from injury, given the fact there's so little time left and so much important basketball to play. I don't know if someone saw my video and decided to run with that or what. I don't know what the hell happened, but I don't think it's a coincidence that I dropped that video the night before this news came out. And the very next morning, there they go saying, hey, he's out. And then there's ideas that they're not out. And I don't really know what the truth is. But what I'm hearing is Gabe Vincent is close to returning. And Cam Reddish is expected to play on Friday against the Sixers. So I don't know about Christian Wood and Vanderbilt. But the idea, I think, is going on here, if just my speculation, as people are trying within the front office to sway the rest of the front office into making certain decisions and maybe using the media to do it. I think maybe a few of them people actually may be listening to me, and I think that's exactly what's happening. Call me crazy, I don't care. I've been watching this type of stuff happen for years now. I'll put something out, and then the very next day they'll do what it is I said they should do or suggest it. It's just, it is what it is, man. But nevertheless, I believe that the Lakers have a split in the front office in how to handle this, and a few people see it my way. You shut these guys down and let them get healthy, than expect it to be needed in order for them to play, in order to assure they don't have relapses and injury. It's common sense that we've done it the other way and have failed, which is why I think you got a split front office. One side wants to continue doing it the way that doesn't work. The other side wants to try doing it the way that I think makes sense. I really think that's what's going on there. Now, whether or not I have anything to do with that, that could be all in my head. But the reality is the timing of it all. So it's documented on the channel. And I know that they probably look for people that make a lot of sense, who aren't looking to exalt themselves. I would be. Laker fans who don't have nothing to gain from following the team other than the passion of doing so. It makes sense to follow guys like me. But nevertheless, I think it's one of those situations where they really don't know what to do with Gabe Vincent. They don't know how to save face in regards to the fans who want those players to come back. Vincent, Vanderbilt, Wood, and to a point, Cam Reddish. I really think they don't really know what to do with those dudes. So they're kind of just all over the place in how to handle their injury situation. But I'm telling you, if it's up to me, those dudes are shut down. I'm just being honest. And the reason why they're shut down is not because I don't think they can come back and help a team. It's because I don't think Darvin Ham can bring them back responsibly without hurting the team. It's the only reason. And I know they have to suffer the ills of that, but they're going to suffer it when the team loses. And they're more likely to be able to come back in the playoffs if we don't do something that kicks us out of the playoffs ahead of time. And that's one of the reasons why I think the Lakers should consider continuity and the need for continuity more so than trying to bring these guys back for health reasons. Now, I do believe that your team being healthier can, in theory, make it so that other guys have more rest, don't have to play with foul trouble, concerns and things of that nature, more so with their backups in place. Problem is, if you're not used to having those guys in place, once you do check them in, you got bad basketball being played, and that is what I don't want to happen with 13 games left and our playoffs on the line. So, that's what I think. That's what I believe is happening, and I hope that the side that wants to do things the patient and smart way wins the battle in the front office. That's what I think is happening. Somebody funneled that information to that person that released it, hoping to sway the front office into doing it, and I think half of that front office said, no, we're still going to bring these guys back. It's hard-headedness, and it's hard-headedness that ultimately keeps us in positions to not be as good as we need to be. I think people need to let the idea that Gabe Vincent can help them this season go. Him specifically. He can't help you. Why? Because as soon as he comes in, he's going to be asked to be a small forward or a shooting guard, or he's going to be asked to be a facilitating point guard and all different types of stuff that Darvin's prone to do when he's trying to rely upon a player who has NBA Finals experience, and he believes that that person is really, really good. So he's going to play him 30 and 45 minutes to the detriment of the damn team. And that's exactly what's going to happen. He's a role player. Gabe Vincent is. You saw what he did with the other role player of that caliber, Taurean Prince. We've been seeing it all year and suffering it all year. So for me, the best Taurean Prince is a sparingly used Taurean Prince. And when he has energy and he's playing well, he can block shots, hit threes, make nice plays and everything. But when you ask him to do too much, you got a bad player on your hands hurting your team because the coach keep him out there too dang long. And so that's what we're saying here. I don't want to see the same thing happen with Gabe Vincent, and I already have evidence of that type of thing in the preseason when he used Gabe Vincent. He had him out there for 30 minutes in one game. Gabe Vincent bricked all his damn shots and then got hurt right after that. It was like, yo, I'm not bringing him back so Darvin can misuse him some more, man. I'm not doing that. So that's my attitude. It ain't got nothing to do with whether or not the players can come out and help a team. It's whether or not Darvin's going to let them come back and hurt the team. And I don't have any faith in Darvin not doing that. Based on evidence, not skepticism, blind skepticism, no, actual evidence. And I think a lot of my team and the front office, some of them understand that evidence is there for them to see. And either they're going to believe in that evidence and utilize the common sense that comes with that knowledge, or they're going to go with the hard-headed approach and bring guys back to the detriment of their own franchise. and lose more and more of our faith in them. So that's what I think is happening, man. I'm trying to talk some sense into those people that I think are paying attention to me. And people are like, where is this coming from? BDL44 said it the night before. That's where it's coming from. That's exactly where it's coming from. And those of you who've been following me very closely for years know that is exactly what's happening right now. And look, I don't think a lot of people follow me. I just think the right people follow me. And I made sure of it. And I think I've gained their trust over the years with some of the stuff that I said was going to happen and did happen. Things that I talked about for hours at a time, over and over again, so people understand. They trust me. And when I tell you that I have all the evidence in the world that shutting these people down for the regular season makes all the sense in the world, I have it, man. It's been talked about. And so that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's what we need to do. Shut these people down for the rest of the season. If we can responsibly bring them back in the playoffs, I don't see why you would. But that you do, at least they'll be in better shape than they are right now when we're trying to rush them back with 13 games left in the season. When we know damn well that's exactly what's happening. We're rushing them back or bringing them back when they're healthy, which in my opinion, I've always stated, if they're healthy, then it's time to work out. It's time to put muscle on. It's time to run 1.5 miles a day. That's what you do when an athlete is finally fresh, healthy, and coming back from his injury. You don't send him back on the court when he's fresh off his injury. You send him to the gym to build conditioning when he's fresh off his injury. And that is the way I operate and managing a basketball team. So for me, it's like, no, I'm not interested in bringing back Gabe Vincent. If Gabe is healthy, it's time for him to work out. You feel me? It's time to work out, bro. It's time to get the gym, hit the weight room, all that. If Vanderbilt's coming back, especially with Vanderbilt's responsibilities on the basketball floor, it's time for him to hit the gym. It's time for him to get his conditioning right. It's time for him to get in the best shape of his life. And then you send him out there to play the highest level of basketball for millions of dollars. It's just what makes sense. And we're trying to change the culture to make a lot more sense than people rushing athletes back just to get hurt all over again. Okay? So that's what I got to say, man. I've run out of time. But I do hope that the Lakers have it, because the Rockets are fresh on our tails. And whether people believe it or not, they have a really easy schedule, and they could probably win the games necessary to catch up. They'll be in the mix very soon. So that's what I got to say. My name is BDL44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.